Hey, this is 24kmickey, and you're watching 416 Entertainment.
Let me know what first got you into music, what first inspired you to, start going into the studio, recording. What's up?
Okay, so I would say when I first got into moving, like, 'cause I got to Canada, actually, I would say I moved to Canada in 2016. And as soon as I got here, I was always just hearing about music. I was always seeing people that really like music. And then I got with a friend of mine who was really into recording. And then I find myself in the studio sometimes. And then he recorded me, maybe the first time he recorded me, I think that was the moment when we just started recording music and went English class, and everybody was like talking about it, and I was like, wow, like you can just record and everybody started talking about it, and then I was like, okay, like this is actually how it does actually happen. And I was more like, okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna start recording more and more music. And I was already writing music at that time, but after recording once, I was like, wow, okay, when you record, it's a whole different feeling. You actually record something that people can hold on to, and like people can actually like when you're not even there, So I was like, wow, okay, like I need to record more and more and more and more. And just like for the moment when I want to start like putting out music properly, then at least people can hold on to my music.
Okay.
Right.
From the beginning of your music journey up until now, how has your music kind of evolved when it comes to the sound and genres you kind of played your music in?
Okay. I'll say at first it was always, at first when I was like 9 years old, I would write songs. I went to boarding school, and before I went to boarding school, I used to see music on TV all the time, but at this time, boarding school is pretty much where you go to school and you have to be very disciplined, not bad or anything, but you have to not have any phones in the residence and all that stuff. And so that was, I went there at 9 years old. But before that moment, I was born in 1999, so in 2009 I was 9, and Michael Jackson had just died recently, and everybody felt that effect, and that was a musician, right? So as a kid, seeing people that were older than me really feeling that, I really got into it right away. I had glasses that had MP3s on them, and that was all I was listening to. I had Michael Jackson music on it, so I would listen to that during the summer, and then I went into school. And then when I went to school, I didn't have any phones or MP3, but I found myself writing these songs. I could write about 50 Michael Jackson songs at that age, and I was like, people would notice, But I noticed myself, and then I knew, okay, wow, I really like this. And then as time went, I got into rap music, which was always there, because Lil Wayne was there when I was young. My dad used to just call me Lil Wayne, just for fun. And I'm like, come on, stuff. And then, but at this point, things were getting up in rap music, and then I just felt like, okay, this could be something I'm really into. And then I started to listen to A$AP a lot. Actually, I would say there was a time in my life when I wanted to become a soccer player. But I might have all these things that I wanted to become professionally, in school and everything, but soccer player was something that was on the list, the top list. And there was a day when we had a chance, because soccer was always a thing that we had to hope to play. Everybody okay, we're playing soccer today. Yeah, everybody's playing soccer. But that day, there was this soccer where it was ball where everybody could go play that day in school. And I was like, I don't know, I found an A$AP Rocky song, an album, and I was like, wow, I just rather listen to this than go out and play soccer today.
Damn, really?
And that I never forgot that moment, And it was not really turned up songs. It was really conscious music and stuff that he was talking about that really made sense. And from that day on, I realized that maybe I do want to become an artist instead of a soccer player. And not just a regular artist, a really fun artist, cool artist, because A$AP and everybody, they've really been pushing the coolness of things from that moment. And if you think about it, now they're really running the music scene, but I was always influenced by them, even when they were just easily celebrities, not when they were really famous, when they were just oh, we're just trying to push coolness right now, swag, cool stuff, underground music, just trying to push that stuff back then. And I was really gravitating towards it that time. And so the reason why I actually evolved so much is because now they're on top of the screens. They're like the head starters for Rolling Loud and all the stuff. And I see them, I'm like, oh wow, like I might just be a new artist, but I've always been dedicated to this kind of music way before when like on the bottom of the screen, and now they're on top of the screen. And it's like, so I really want to push myself, and I see now I've evolved so much now because I don't really have a stage there. Is it that like I'm on top of the top or I'm a low of lows, you know? It's not really like middle for me because wow, it's like I seen you guys do this from the bottom to the top. Now it's like when no one believed and we believed, so might as well just believe so much that we think, well, we're running the music scene now. Yeah. You know, believe so much that like whatever you do right now, people might just gravitate and say, oh, he's the next top artist, or they're the next top artist. You know, believing in people, like, you know, believing in just the whole moment itself. You know. Yeah.
I bet. And then moving on to you as an artist itself. How'd you come up with the name 24kmickey?
Okay, 24K. It's actually 24kmickey is actually the trademark of it because, you know, like Mickey is a name that everybody knows. My name is actually Michael. So when you look at it, it's like Mike, microphone, Mike, you know, Mike Killer, Mike, you know, Mike check 1 2 3, you know, Mike Key, like Mike Key, like, you know. And I was like, when I first started with the name, I was like, wow, like this is my name, but let me break it down. I was like, Mike.
Also,
Key.
do you pronounce it 24K
Mike
Mikey?
Key, yeah. So,
okay.
and the 24K just stands for like gold, stands for like quality, you know?
Right.
And then like a deep story is my mom, she really was into gold when I was a child. And she really gave me the understanding that like that gold was worth a lot of things. Like you could use that gold to get into different parts of life, you know, back then. Yeah. And to start getting like much into just like being a more mature woman and just doing other things. But back then she was just like, she loved her gold and everything. And I was like, wow, like, and then to just see as I got older, every artist and everybody's been into like jewelry and stuff like that. You know, it's hard for me because I still have to be very decent, but people really love jewelry. They really love their gold and everything. And it's like, wow, it's one of the headliners for like the culture, the rap culture, music, singing culture, whatever, pop music. And it's like, oh wow, so like 24K thing started like maybe last decade, like 2017. But now I feel like it's just a brand now for me. Like it's a big brand right now for me.
Let's walk through your creative process. How do you go to creating a track? Like, are you a freestyler or do you like to write?
Good that you asked that question. I'm actually a good freestyler.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm actually
Do you prefer to freestyle or do you prefer to write?
No, I write. I write as well. I can write a track really fast. I can write a track really fast. But maybe because I'm also a good freestyler, you know, because sometimes I find myself in the studio, if I feel very confident around people, let's say like 10 people in the studio, and I just get on the wave right away before people start getting on, even if after people get on, if I actually do get on the wave on a confident level, I can start freestyling, getting people to get into it. Sometimes I find myself living like I'm with 3 individuals and the beats are coming on and they're not picking the beats yet, but let's say like 10 beats come on. I can freestyle maybe 9 of those beats, you know, and then until we pick one. You know, so I freestyle because I feel like my writing style is always still going to be complemented by my freestyle. Because when I'm writing, I'm just like when I'm writing anything, I'm just freestyling and writing and then crossing out things and doing other stuff. Yeah. And so that's how my creative process starts. I gotta hear a beat. I love beats. Like people don't know beats have changed the world, man. Because like. Oh man, beats like you just gotta be in the right moment at a time, and then you just hear a beat that's like you just start writing to it, and the next thing you know, you come up with a track, and then I just always have to have someone that can record me or I can record myself, someone that's really into recording at that moment, because when we lay it down, it doesn't go anywhere. Like it doesn't like we don't go backwards at this time now. We're like going forward and forward and forward, you know, and then somehow you have the ad-libs in, somehow you have like someone like putting effects and everything. And if you're very confident enough, you end up putting like samples and all the stuff, and then before you know it, you just, after you have the track there, you know, you can just like mix it. After you mix it, then you have it mastered, and then that's the track right there. And then, you know, I've made a lot of tracks actually, and I think that like, I want to keep making music. And I want to just keep on to the way I make music, because that's kind of like the standard way of making music, especially in today's age. Like, you know I talk about Playboy Cardi and all these people, but I feel like they are on the same kind of energy as I am on, you know. day and like on this, get a beat, record it, just privatize yourself in the studio, just do whatever you can do to that beat and mix and master. That's it.
And then speaking about music, bro, I know you've worked with like various artists, such as, correct me if I'm wrong, Cash Fat. Is that how you say it?
Yeah, Cash Fat.
Cash Fat. Like, how do these collaborations kind of influence your music, and what do you look when collaborating with artists?
Okay, I've always been a collaborator though. Like, Underdog Bougie, he's performing at your show. He was the first person that ever got me in the studio. And the thing is, we didn't get in the studio saying, oh, we're gonna do our own track, you're gonna do your own track. He was already making music, so he definitely was in the mood of just having times where he does his own track. But when we met, we went straight into collaboration. We had a song where 3 people were on it, in high school, and everybody knew it. But me and these 2 people had our different lives, and that's what collaboration does for you. Everybody has their different lives, but when you have an organic relationship with this person, it brings people from different corners. Everyone's like, damn, who is that guy? I don't know him, but I gotta get to know him. And I like that. I like when I hear a track with somebody I'm on, like like the track that I have with somebody else, and it's like, oh wow, I'm listening to my own song, my own sound, and next thing you know, I hear somebody come on, and then maybe I come on after. Like, I like making hooks, so if I make a hook and someone comes in with a rap and I come on after, it's just very, very pleasant to my ear, and nowadays I feel like if someone has a performing energy, that's even a plus. Even with Underdog Bougie, we have a recent song called Stars. Like, I can imagine if we ever performed that song, like, people will go nuts. Like, it's just a collaborative song, but like, if we just came with the right performing energy, I would go crazy. Yeah.
Social media plays a big role in artists come up. What kind of content do you find most effective when engaging with your audience? And how do you balance that?
I would say we're living in a time where I feel like content is actually a powerful word too, because you can do different kinds of content, and every kind of content actually stands out on its own. You can be making video, and people that love to see videos will love that. You can be making maybe a skit. You can make a comedy. You can do a snippet, and then there's also music though. Like, music is actually a very powerful content, and I have to just say over the years, I've seen how it even has progressed. People will drop music without doing anything. They just didn't say anything, just drop the music, and people just go crazy for it. And so I would say, if you want, I would say prioritize the music content. Videos are good. I have about 8 videos right now, or 9. And there was a time where I was addicted to making videos, and that's what happened. I even have a video with Underdog Buju. This was the beginning. It's like my first year making videos. And we were first addicted to videos too. I remember, that's why we even had that video. It happened so fast, and that was how it was. But my life was going so fast because of videos. People just see videos and they automatically just think you're a celebrity right there and there. Wow, this guy shot a video, and nothing has changed. In a world where everybody is posting things every time, nothing has changed. Videos are still so important. But now I was just saying music. We're living in a world where maybe the supply is the supply is low a bit. You might not see it though, but the supply is low, but the demand is very high right now. And I think people are ignorant about it when it comes to music. The content supply is very high. It's okay, give an example, Playboi Carti dropped an album called Music, and he had 30 songs in it. Playboi Carti is someone that holds onto music. He doesn't even drop music for anybody, but he dropped 30 songs because he knows that the demand is so high right now. Nobody's really dropping anything. And even though they dropped last year or the years before, yes, energy is actually powerful. Even though they dropped last year, I don't know, the energy spiked somewhere at the end of last year, where it's people need that music. People are demanding right now. If they love you and they really love you, they just want to see you drop something. They just want to hear something for you, because it's social media, right? It makes everybody come in internally into themselves. So it's when you hear something, you're thinking about your own life now. You're wow, this person inspires me. I want to go get it, And that's what I mean by the demand is high, because people need to I think this is a life we're living where people need to just people have priorities and productivity that they need to catch up to, And so when they have then they have like the demand level high, it's good. It's good. It's good. Like people need to drop more music. And why I say so is because there's a lot of like underground artists who are very, very special, and they might not drop music like that because it's just cool to like have music that's cool in the background and just draw for people to like, well, your cool music in the background is actually what people are looking forward to. Like, I had a friend who was my neighbor. He's famous. He's doing Rolling Loud today. He was my neighbor back in Nigeria, back in Africa. He wasn't doing Rolling Loud today because he didn't hold on to his music. Even when it was like looked at as underground, he makes the same kind of music as Playboy Cardi and all those guys. You know, Dior versus You. All these guys are famous now. But back then, he was still coming up with it. Everything was still sounding like a come up, you know. And he was not even coming up. He was like dropping 10 songs like that. He was like, and that was helping him though. He was getting famous still, you know. Yeah. So it's like, just feed the crowd, feed the crowd with your creativity, and just you stand out.
Bro, so reflecting on your whole journey from the start of making music till now, what kind of advice would you have for up-and-coming artists who are just hopping into the game or thinking about creating music?
I would say, don't hold back. Don't be slow about it. Don't like. I think COVID has already come in our time to make us like slow about stuff and hold on to our creativity. But we're not in COVID anymore. So if anything, feed your crowd. Feed people. You might have a crowd, you don't even know it. You know, just feed people your music because. We're living in a time where people just need to hear what you got going on, your creativity, and if you have like, you just gotta find a way. I don't know. There's not really any special way right now. I think the music is what's special. Because I have people in my life, they still ask me about music. Family members, people that are very close to me. And I realized that no matter what you give them, the music is still what stands out. Yeah. The music is still what is important. And you know, anybody that's still upcoming, they might even have more songs than me right now to put out. They may have more songs they recorded than to put out. I would say the best thing to do is to put it out right now. Put it out in some kind of way. Even if I don't know, you might say, okay, I have a song that I want to put out in 2 months. Find a way to put it out in like 3 weeks. Find a way to put it out in 2 weeks. Do everything you have to do to put it out.
Pop it off on site. 2 cups got me feeling alright. Walk inside the club, bad bitches inside.